Hello guys, Creator438 here. Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Donkey Kong Country 2. In the last episode, we started Gloomy Gulch and we completed Ghostly Grove, that's the first one, as well as, I'm forgetting the other one too, Haunted Hall, because it wasn't Haunted House, I knew it was an H. Yeah, we completed Ghostly Grove and Haunted Hall. As our way of starting off Gloomy Gulch. And in this episode, we're going to be doing probably 2 more levels of Gloomy Gulch. First, I want to get my daily dose of cranky flavor text, the Monkey Museum. Look, they've even taken my chair from me. It's disgusting how they treat all video game heroes these days. I can recommend the really expensive ones, actually. What Cranky said there about him being an about implying that he's an old video game hero is actually a little fun fact. This Cranky Kong is this Cranky Kong, even though there's only one Cranky Kong, but all fuck-ups aside, Cranky Kong is actually the original Donkey Kong from Donkey Kong. And the Donkey Kong in this day and age is... actually, you know, I'm contemplating whether I should say grandson or son, because it kind of varies, honestly, from game to game. Because in Donkey Kong 64, Cranky says that Donkey Kong is... Cranky mentions that Donkey Kong is his son. And I think in the newer games, Cranky is like stated to be Donkey Kong's grandfather, so it's not exactly clear. So yeah, but the one thing we do know is that Cranky is actually the Donkey Kong from the original Donkey Kong in the arcade. So we're actually going to leave the museum. Remember, I'm the most useful of the Kongs and the cheapest. We actually read that one already, so... I don't know, I like reading the funny ones, though. Cranky Kong's a funny character. He's got good lines. Anyway, we're going to start with Gusty Glade. Got another one of these levels, and I'll get into the gimmick in a little bit. Fun fact, I never knew until yesterday night when I was playing this level, my practice file. I never noticed that those were leaves. For my whole life, I never knew what those were, and then I looked closer and I was like, oh, they're leaves. Anyway, got Rattly right here, more using animal buddies, which is awesome. I always approve. The nice thing about Rattly that I don't think I ever mentioned is that he actually takes longer than most animal buddies to actually catch up to. Or he's slower, so he takes a shorter amount of time to actually catch up to. He's much easier to hop back on if you lose him. So you don't have to worry as much. But I think in the Game Boy Advance version they actually increased his speed. Anyway, I'm going to address the elephant in the room and mention the gimmick of this level. The gimmick of this level is the wind. At various points, it will either resist you or work with you and blow you, either when you do or don't want it to blow you. That sounded weird, but take it as you will. I'm actually going to get off Rattly here using X, and I'm going to kill that Cutlass and get the K. So yeah. So yeah, I have the wind to deal with. Remember that Rattly has an interesting ability in that he has his jump in mid-air. He can jump in mid-air at any point until you press the B button. Just make sure you don't fall too low, or you will die. So I can like do that and save myself. So if you happen to cut it close, well, Rattly's your friend, I guess. It's telling us to use the A button here, but the A button honestly is not very helpful in this level. You know, his jump ability isn't helpful. I just pressed the regular jump button right there, and I just cleared that jump fine. I shouldn't have been able to because I definitely collided with the sand or whatever this stuff is. I actually don't know what this is. Is it like sand or rock? Also, I just missed 3 lives. Rip. I think it's rock actually, but sure. We're in like a forest of sorts, so we don't know. You want to be careful of this cannon because he can get you. He's probably gonna get you like right here. Just make sure that you are running. If you can avoid the first one, then Dixie's helicopter twirl can get him. Can get you around him just fine. You want to throw this treasure chest at that cutlass so you can get the cannonball and hopefully not die like I did. Because there is a cannonball, or there is a well, we know it's a cannonball, but there is a cannon that gets you to a bonus room. So, want to make sure you get that. Also, don't let Dixie get hit, I guess. I'm pretty sure the O is in there, if not the N, because we may have already gotten the O. It's one of the two. Usually after the checkpoint, you would have already seen the O, or had the opportunity to get it. So I'm pretty sure it's the N. But you don't really need to worry about it. We're just going to collect these stars. And don't worry about falling because, like I just showed, you won't die. You're just working against the time here. But other than that, not too bad. I wish I had something else to talk about. I can't really think of anything else to talk about aside from like personal life stuff or like things that have been happening at college. I'm currently home for Christmas break. Finished my first semester, so that's pretty cool. Got like the rest of this week and another week. I go back on ML King Day, but I don't like to talk about it, so I won't continue talking about it, I guess, because I like to savor the time that I have, okay? I'd rather do that than face reality. But anyway, that aside, the window's gonna be changing on us more. As you can see right here, basically you want to wait for the wind to blow towards the direction, towards the right, so that it doesn't blow you back when you blast out the barrel, because it will resist you and you won't really be able to get there. Now you can see the DK coin up there. Really the best way to get it that I've found is just go up here. If you jump the gun like I did, you just get back up here with your team up ability and then use Dixie's helicopter twirl. Yeah, I was about to say the G isn't worth it, and really it isn't. I will meet you guys back there because we're basically done with the end of the level. Or, we're not done with the end of the level, but we were close to the end of the level. And I guess I may as well get the end while we're at it. That's the end. I'll meet you guys at the end of the level because we're right there. If you want the G, just throw one of your Kongs at it if you have one. If you don't have one of the Kongs, don't worry. The Kong letters really aren't all that important. Now right here, they actually use the wind against you so that you can't use platforming instinctively. Don't need to worry about it though because we are done. And we got Kong College unlocked. I definitely want to save. So we will do that. Now let's get out. School's out. The bell was ringing, so yeah. Also, I guess we could take the moment to appreciate this now. Just how cool Gloomy Gulch looks. I just like the ghostly atmosphere. You know, you got all those blues in the background. It's like, I think it's supposed to be mist, but it's like ghostly stuff, you know. Also, the trees are cool. I don't really get to see this world map that often for the Super NES version in general, actually, for all the worlds, because, well, I haven't really played the Super NES version that much. But also, I grew up with the Game Boy Advance version. Like, I played that instead of the Super NES version, so that's what I'm familiar with. So I'm more familiar with the how the maps, with how the worlds look in the Game Boy Advance version. So it's cool to see them in the Super NES version and how they look. But anyway, I think we've admired the scenery enough. We're gonna go into Parrot Shoot Panic, which is a pretty interesting level. Would have you believing that we were using Squawks, and we are, but it's gonna be a little different. You got the DK coin right there, you just want to use Dixie, and there's the DK barrel up there. So if you don't have her, get her, switch to her, and then come down here with your helicopter twirl, and you just get that right away. But yeah, I'm going to be using Squawks in this level, but not any kind of Squawks. Not just any kind of Squawks, rather. A purple Squawks, who actually has his own name. This is Quawks, the parrot, because he's a parrot. Now, I'm mashing the B button and this guy won't go up. That's because Quawks not only cannot shoot eggs, but he also cannot hold the weight of the Kongs, so he actually will go down with them if he's carrying them. If you want, you can resist him going down by holding up on the by just holding up. Now I can go through here actually, and there's a little secret with a rareware symbol made with bananas, so that's pretty cool. And you also get access to this little secret area with the K, as well as more bananas and a coin. So we actually just skipped a big segment of the level right there. I might show it in case we die or something, but I don't know if I will. So yeah, Quawks essentially is a discount Squawks who isn't as good. He actually comes back and I don't know if that's really relevant to mention. Basically, he comes back in Donkey Kong Country 3 with the ability to carry barrels, and it's a little weird. Now, something that they don't tell you about Quawks, or that isn't readily apparent, is that unlike Squawks, you can actually press the X button and get off him. That is the only way you can get into this bonus area, and I think it's the only relevant time that you'd want to do this. And you actually get the real Squawks right here. Or, well, I don't want to say the real Squawks. I mean, he is the real Squawks. Like, Quawks isn't the real Squawks. Squawks isn't the real Quawks. But whatever, I'm not gonna go on with that. It's not really necessary. Also, I just lost Diddy rip. I want to be a little careful here because these zingers are a little tricky. Yeah. Yeah, I think I might meet you guys back there. You know what? Actually, no. We'll show the first part of this level that I neglected to show because of secrets. So that you can get off them right there. I guess if you're a speedrunner, you'd want to do that. So there's another one right here. If you didn't want to do that, I wonder what speedrunners would actually prefer. they're speedrunning this game, would they take the secret or would they go this way? Because I don't know, this might be shorter, but not really sure. That coin isn't really worth it. I wouldn't go for it personally. Always remember that you can use up to resist Squawks. And he lets you off right there, but only for you to land on another Quawks. Or land in the claws of another Quawks. Because you do hold on to his claws. I want to be very careful, like I wasn't earlier. When he makes that sound that Squawks makes when he shoots an egg, that means he's going to let you off, by the way. I didn't mention that, but that is the thing. Checkpoint right there. You know, I guess I could talk about this. About Quawks. I wish they'd bring him back. There are a lot of characters that I wish they would bring back in like other Donkey Kong games. Cough Cough Kiddy Kong. But like in the next Donkey Kong game, I want to see more animal buddies. Like seriously. I love the animal buddies. They're so cool. And like, I don't know, like the whole idea of the only animal buddy that you get to like ride on being Rambi doesn't really do it for me in like the newer games. And the fact that Squawks is literally just a fucking item finder or a collectible finder or whatever the fuck you want to call it kind of leaves a sour taste in my mouth, or however you want to say that. 'Cause I don't know. I just wish that I didn't get hit right there for one thing. But no, I wish that there were more animal buddies in the newer Donkey Kong Country games. Because they're just so cool, and they make levels so much more fun. Rotation barrel right here. A rotating barrel. You get a lot of bananas on a coin. Yeah, I wish they brought the animal buddies back. Because not only would they make the levels a lot more dynamic, like these levels are so cool because you have these animal buddies to help you, and they're there to make the level easier, but in some cases where they're required, and we will be seeing more levels in the future where they are required, it makes the level so much more interesting. Just because. Maybe that's not a good enough reason. But I don't know, man. They make more animal buddies. I feel like it's like Six Flags. More animal buddies, more fun. You know? They're so colorful and cool, and I don't know, I like them. I think the animal buddies have always been more favorite. Have always been like favorite like characters of mine since I was young. Since I've played Donkey Kong, I've just always liked them. But also like Quawks, like I wish he would come back too, because he's like, I mean, hey, at least it's not Rattly where he's only been in one game, but still. Oh well, I guess there's also Ellie too, but I don't know, man. That G is not worth it. I don't really go for it. I don't really think I needed to, but I don't know. I think even if Quawks was like in the next Donkey Kong Country game, even if he was just like a character in the background in like one of the houses or something, like one of the Kong houses in like the shop or whatever, I think even if there was that, I would be like down. Though I think if they did that in general, there should be more animal buddies in the next Donkey Kong game. If someone from Retro is watching this, which there won't be, but on the off chance that someone from Retro watches this video, hopefully they listen. Because that is an important game design skill. Although it is their game, so if that's for whatever reason ridiculous, then maybe there wouldn't be much of a reason to go with my recommendation. Although I don't really see how that could be very ridiculous. It might make the game more complex, and it might be a nightmare to like make entire levels around different animal buddies. I think even if there were like 2 more, or like one other one, aside from just, if there was just another animal buddy aside from just Rambi, then I think that would be cool. But if they could do more, hey, the more the merrier. Anyway though, we're coming up on 23 minutes. After you beat Parrot You Panic, as you can see, you get access to Club's kiosk. And yeah, I think we're going to call it quits for this episode. So next time in Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Conquest, we are going to be finishing off Gloomy Gulch. We got Web Woods and another level. Well, not another level. We got Web Woods and the boss. So we definitely need to be able to finish off Gloomy Gulch this time. Or next time. So, see you guys then.